Hello everyone, we're standing here today again at World Hydrogen Week organized in Copenhagen by World Hydrogen Leaders. My name is Johann Wiebe from the Hydrogen Standard, and with me today stands Lene Roth from Green Hydrogen Systems. Welcome, Lene.
Thank you, Johann.
Well, it's fantastic to have you. Tell us a little bit about Green Hydrogen Systems. We had them on a couple times before, obviously, but not with you. Tell us a little bit about Green Hydrogen Systems and your role in the business, please.
Thank you. It's very great to be here. So Green Hydrogen System is a world-leading provider of pressurized alkaline electrolyzers. And my role is head of communication and external relations. So that covers everything from investor relations, public affairs, through internal and external communication.
Fantastic. Green Hydrogen Systems makes electrolyzer systems, and quite a few of those. The most recent one launched, I believe, is called the X Series. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I'm more than happy to. We are so excited about our X Series. It's an amazing product. So it builds on our experience from the A Series, and it's no secret that the A Series had some teething problems. So we've really taken the time to make sure the X Series performs consistently and is reliable. Before we have offered it for commercial sales. So we've taken the time to and put it through some extensive testing, and it's performing really, really well at 93% actually. So we're very proud of that. And it has recently been validated by a third-party provider. So it's a proof of concept. Everything is ready, and we are excited to offer it to our customers.
Awesome. So compared to the 8 series, can you give us a couple of key characteristics of the X series?
First of all, it's a lot larger, and 12 times larger actually, and it performs 80 to 95%. So it's a very strong product.
Well, I'm sure we're going to hear much more about it in the market the coming months. Speaking about the market, let's maybe dive a little bit into the market dynamics. What is sort of like your perception? What are you guys seeing? And considering your background in the wind industry, are we seeing any sort of successful developments blowing over, pun intended, to the hydrogen space?
So first of all, obviously, it's no reason that the market has evolved slower than any of us would have hoped and expected just a few years ago. That's not to say that the potential isn't still there. It's very much there. But to compare with wind, it's actually been striking to me to see how the hydrogen industry is very similar, in a very similar position to where wind was 10, 15 years ago. 10, 15 years ago, wind was not a competitive source of energy, and we talked a lot about how we could lower the levelized cost of energy. And we've worked a lot on that, but we also needed a lot of support, and we got government support from governments all over the world. And today, wind is the most competitive source of energy in the entire world. It's way cheaper than fossil fuels. And obviously, that's where we need to go. So there are a lot of learnings we can piggyback on from supply chain to product development, but also on the government support side. So of course, we need infrastructure. That's a given to get our hydrogen from A to B, but we also really need that helping hand to make sure that because now actually it's not competitive price-wise. It's a pricey source of energy, but so it's cheaper for customers, or end users, although they might want to use a green source. It's actually cheaper for them to use fossil fuels, and they pay the fee. And of course, that's not where the world needs to go. Climate change is not going away. So it's still very much needed, and that's why the potential is also very relevant still. But we need that helping hand.
Exactly. So talking on the helping hand, the sort of support that needs to be provided, there's quite some commitments have been made in the hydrogen industry as well over the last couple of years from various regions. In sort of your opinion, have those been enough, or is there more commitment needed?
There is definitely more commitment needed. The interesting thing is we see the ambitions going up, the goals going up, and that's great. But we need more tangible action than goals and ambitions. So yeah, incentive schemes to make it valuable actually to buy so for us to get an offtake, so we can actually go out and deliver that beautiful clean energy.
Okay, so more support will have to be needed, required for the hydrogen industry to go sort of through a similar successful development as the wind energy has done before, if I understand it correctly. Fantastic. Well, we touched upon a little bit already on partnerships, right? Collaborations between maybe the public sources in this case, but also private sources. You guys have quite a few in place, have demonstrated successfully to have those in place. Can you tell us a little bit about those partnerships and what they bring sort of to the business?
Yes, so of course we need help from the outside, but that's not to say that we don't carry a responsibility ourselves to make sure that our technology is up to speed and actually of the right quality. We obviously want to provide a very high performing premium quality to our customers, and no one can do this alone. There's a huge climate change to solve, and we need to pull together in the industry, and we have a modular setup, and the more similar matching interfaces we can have with other industry partners, the more we can streamline our supply chains and streamline our production and provide high quality products. So that's what we do, of course, with some of our partners, and also looking at the better test facilities. Like here in Denmark, we have a huge test facility up in the northwestern part of Jutland for the large turbines, and it would be an obvious place to have a test site for electrolyzers as well. The offtake is already there, and it would be connected to the largest turbine models in the world, so it would make sure that we were at the forefront of that development.
Talking about sort of partnerships, what is it that Green Hydrogen Systems sort of brings to the table for other partners to find them interesting to do business with?
So we can bring the product and the projects to make sure that we're ready to scale and bring our partners on board for that journey.
Finally then, as an OEM in the hydrogen space, what is sort of your mission to accelerate the transition and also facilitate partnerships to bring the progress that we talked about in this interview?
So we are already working very closely with EPC partners and integrators on delivering standardized solutions ready to deploy all around the world with our beautiful X-Series.
Fantastic. X-Series around the world. Lene, thank you so much from Green Hydrogen Systems.
Thank you, Johann. It was a pleasure.